Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How are you, my dear students? In this critical situation of COVID-19, we are not at all well. Though we would like to pray Shukriya to Almighty Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps us alive. We are sound health yet. My dear students, my today's class is for the class 6 students. We'll discuss today a simple but important topic of English grammar, that is article. My dear student, do you know what is article and what is the necessity of article and what is the use of article? Let's go. Today we will learn about articles. What is article? The answer of the question is A and D. These two words called article. Why we use article? To mention a thing, a person, or a matter. Definitely or indefinitely we use article. That is why there are two kinds of article. There are definite article and indefinite article. Few minutes ago, you know that A and D, these three words are called article. A and D. These two words, A and these two words is one kind of article, the another word. It is alone another article. A and these two words we say indefinite article. And the word the is definite article. So we can say to mention anything indefinitely we use indefinite article. They are A and N. And to use a matter, a thing, or a person, definitely we use an article that is the. That is called the is definite article. My dear students, a simple question to you. Do you know how many letters in English language or English alphabet? This is very simple question for you. I hope. My dear student, we also know that these 26 letters are divided into two parts. They are vowel and consonants. My dear student, who can remember how many letters are in vowel and how many letters are in consonant? Very simple question. I know many students can know it. There are 5 letters in vowel. They are A, E, I, O, U. And rest 21 letters such as B, C, D, up to Z. These are consonants. My student, we remember that the 26 letters are divided into two parts. They are vowel and consonants. A, E, I, O, U. These 5 letters is vowel and B, C, D up to Z is consonant. Student, let us learn or discuss the first rule of using article. That is, if any word start with consonant, we use indefinite article a before that words. Look some example. My dear student, let us read out the board. There are some sentences. First sentence is, I have a book. Here, a is article, and the article use the word before book. In this word, starting letter is B. B is concerning. In the second sentence, that is a cow. In this sentence, a is article, and the article we use the word before the word cat. Cat. The starting word of the word is C. It's also concerned. In the next sentence, this is a dog. In this word, as article, and he uses before the word dog. The starting letter of the word D, dog is D. It is also consonant. In the next sentence, a kite flies in the sky. As article, we use this article before the word kite. The starting word of kite is cat. Cat is also consonant. In the last sentence, Mamun has a gun. In this sentence, we are looking, here is the article, and it uses before the word gun, and the word gun starts with G, and G is also consonant. From these 5 examples, what we have learned? We have learned that if any word starts with consonant, we have to use that indefinite article a. My dear student, listen attentively. If any word starts with consonant, we have to use the article a in indefinite situation. Okay, my dear student, let us read out the example again. I have a book. The word start book with consonant, we use here article a, that is a cat. Here we use a, this is a dog. Here we use a kite flies in the sky. Here we use a, Mamun has a gun. Here we use a. Because of using a is all the word start with consonant. I hope all students will understand the first rule of article. Dear students, in the meantime, we have learned that if any word starts with consonant, we use indefinite article a before the word. That is no. If any word starts with vowel, in this situation, what we have to do, or which article we have to set there. Like this. If we read out the example, the matter will be very clear to us very easily. Let us read out the board. In this board, first sentence, we are looking, Kamal is having an ice cream. In the next sentence, we're looking, Anas has an earth. In the third sentence, this is an elephant. Next sentence, the crow is an ugly bird. That is an umbrella. My dear student, let us look again the first sentence. Kamal is having an ice cream. In this word, red marking word N. This word is article. And we use the word before the blue marking word, and the blue marking word is ice cream. The word ice cream starts with I. What is I? Is it a consonant or a vowel? Obviously it is a vowel. So I is vowel. The starting word, the word starts with vowel ice cream. As the next word, the word starts with a. Is also vowel. Elephant, the word starts with E. Is also vowel. The word ugly, the word starts with U. It is also vowel. Next word, umbrella. The word starts with U. It is also vowel. My student, in this situation, which article we use here? We use here an. Kamal is having an ice cream. An ice cream. An ice cream. We use here article an. Anas has an egg. Here we use article an. This is an elephant. We use here an. Why we use here an? The answer is very simple, very clear. The words are started with vowel. So, from this example and today's discussion, we can take a decision, that is, if any word starts with vowel, in this situation we use article an. I hope the first rule of article we have already learned, that is, if any word starts with consonant, we use that in different article and if any word start with vowel in different situation we use that an. Okay, my dear students, some times ago we have learned that we have to use an before the word consonants, and we have to use an the word which starts with vowel. But there is a different rules. Let us discuss the matter. We know E and U, both letters are vowel. But when the letters U pronounce as U, and when the letter U pronounce like U, then we have to use a instead of an. My dear student, look at the board. There are some example. The example will help us to clear the matter. Let us read out the example. First example, Mr. John is a European. Read out the second sentence. My brother is a university student. Next sentence, give me a uniform. And the last sentence, The cow is a useful animal. My dear students, let us discuss the example. First example, Mr. John is a European. Here is the word European. In this word, E is pronounced as E, European. For this reason, though E is vowel, we are using here A instead of N. In this sentence, my brother is a university student. In this sentence, university. In this word, U is pronouncing as U. Though U is a vowel, we are using article A here because U is pronouncing here like U. In the third sentence, same matter, uniform. Here also U is pronouncing as U. In the last sentence, same matter, useful animal. Here U is pronouncing as U. That is why we have learned from this example a rule of article, that is, if E pronounced as U and if U pronounced as U, then we have to use A instead of N. Okay, my dear student, hope everybody understand. Dear students, let us discuss one more simple rules of using a different article. Let us discuss the rule. We read out the two example. First example, I saw a one-eyed man. Second example is, give me a 100 taka note. If you notice, we find here the article is here and the article is here before the word one, and the word starts with vowel U. And in the next sentence, we are looking same at it. My dear student, according to first rule, we have to use here N. But instead of N, we use here A. Your question, why? The answer is that if O pronounce like O, we have to use in this situation A instead of N. Okay, my dear student, this is a simple rule of using indifferent article. I hope all of you understand the matter very simply. My dear student, let us now discuss another simple rule of using article. To learn that use, first we will read out some example. There are three examples here for you. If we discuss the example, I hope the use of this rule will be clear to you. Let us read out. First example, APJ Abul Kalam is an honest man. Second example, Mustafa is an Arab. Last example, 60 minutes makes an hour. My dear student, notice everybody, we use article before the word honest. The word honest, its first letter is H. We know H is consonant. In a second sentence, we use article before the word yeah. And also the word straight with a consonant, that is age. In the last example, we are looking our. Here we use article and. Though age is a consonant, but we use here and. Now we will find what is the reason why we use here and instead of a. The reason is that have to listen attentively and pay full attention here, my dear student. We have to remember a matter, that is age remain silent or age we doesn't pronounce, then we have to use and instead of and. Notice here, honest man. We are reading it, honest man, not honest man. We are reading here, yeah, not here. We are reading here, our, not our. That means age is silent here. So we have learned from these two examples, where age is silent, we have to use there and instead of and. This is a simple rule of using article. I hope all of my students understand the matter. My dear students, do you know what is the abbreviation? Simply, abbreviation is short form of a group of words. Abbreviation is a short form of group of words. Sometimes we have to use article before abbreviation. At that situation, how we use article correctly? My dear student, let us look some example that will help you to learn using article before abbreviation. Let us read our example. My father is an MA. Salimullah Khan is an LLB. Shamima is a BA. Nahid is a business card. Notice the example keenly. It will help you to learn these rules. Here, MA, it is an abbreviation, LLB, abbreviation, BA, abbreviation, business is also an abbreviation. Before MA, abbreviation, we use AND. Before abbreviation LLB, we use AND. But before the abbreviation BA, we use A. Before the abbreviation BCS, we use A. Now, question is why? Why we use AND in first example, and why we use A the last two examples. The matter is that using article in abbreviation completely depend on pronunciation. If an abbreviation pronounced like vowel, then we have to use an. And if an abbreviation pronounced like consonants, then we have to use article an. My dear student, notice the matter. The abbreviation MN is pronounced like vowel. That is why we use here an. Second example, LLB, it is also pronouncing such as vowel. That is why we use here also an. Now, notice the last example. Shabina uses a beard. In this example, we are looking beard. This abbreviation is pronounced like consonant. For these reasons, we use here a. In the last example, we are looking, Nahi is a BC scattered. In this abbreviation, we are also notice that BCS, this abbreviation is pronounced like consonant. That is why we use here article a. I hope already you have understand the matter in which situation we have to use a and in which situation before abbreviation we have to use an. Hope everybody understand. Dear student, you know in online class time is a matter. For time limitation, I discuss very simple but important some rules of using in different article. We have raised huge rules of using article. Inshallah, in the next class, I will discuss about article elaborately. Hope all of my students enjoy my class. May Allah keep all us safe in this critical COVID-19 situation. Thank you, everybody, enjoying the class. I wish everybody will remain in sound health. Allah Hafiz.